Sven, is like against slippery heroes like Void Spirit this game. You know, your Stormhammer's not going to really do much because you have Dissimulate. You know, it's a high armor hero, so they just go down the Ursa route, which doesn't really care for it much. I mean, I guess it does well against the LC in some sense because of the armor it does provide, but even then, I don't think Ash is going to care too much about it either.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to build
really
Blade Mail, and you're just going to be like, who cares about your armor?
Pretty much. I think the one value, again, from Sven is Warcry for your supports up against Clinks. That's probably the ideal use of the Warcry, but it's not like you're going to be sticking to the supports when they get ganked up by your Clinks anyway and giving them Warcry. So, I don't know. I don't know what the idea is for the Sven. Maybe it's down to having an upgrade pad for Echo Saber as well, having the Harpoon, but Sven is also not an amazing Harpoon carrier in comparison to, say, the Magnus. Well, we'll see. They smoke up late on Ravens. They want to fight over First Blood, but I don't know if they'll find anything.
Well, smoke is there. Door and Skyward going to show themselves, immediately backing off, though, upon seeing the smoke break. And so you get the bounty. I guess that's what you came for anyway. Maybe they can actually get another one. Skyward's trying to go for it. Kara's going to be there, though. So it is going to be a 3-for-1 trade in terms of bounty runes in favor of Ravens. So even if you don't find the big fight you wanted as Ravens, at least you get the net worth advantage your way to start things off. It'll prove to be a nice little start. As we may as well start with the bottom lane while we're here. You're going to have Ush on the offlane LC, along with Skyward as support on the Clinks against Kara and Argus on the Silence and Sven, respectively. In this lane, ultimately, I think it does still favor Ravens, because you do have a Silencer lane, which it doesn't tend to lose lanes very much. And the Clinks early on, while it is annoying, I think the big power spike for the Clinks during the laning stage is going to be the level 4 mark, or rather just the level 3 mark. But I think you should be able to find some decent farm on your Sven, at the least.
Yeah, you should be able to have a better start for Argus for sure, although you have to respect the damage. Oh, Skyward not respecting that damage.
No, he certainly wasn't. Ash now in trouble as well, as he's going to get chased down, but he's going to be all right. It's the thing, the Clinks is less than 500 HP as a hero right now, so you don't really want to jump in like that if you can avoid it.
Yeah, it's maybe a bit reminiscent of Game 1, where you go a bit too far forward in Skyward, you feed First Blood, as is tradition for him. But as long as you don't keep feeding out those kills, you should be fine. Although, again, a much stronger start for Argus this game, so it shouldn't be under as much pressure up top as well.
Yeah, top lane, like the Ursa's having a bit of a rough time, but the Frost Shield is going to come in from Door. Wake me up, he does find the kill in the end. I was going to say he kind of cancelled that right click a few times there, but eventually does get it. So 2-0 already in favor of Ravens. And it seems like so far they've sorted out their side lane issue.
Yep, just having stronger supports, just having a way of tying in, applying pressure themselves. A good change-up. It looks like Wake Me Up has woken up for this game, at the very least. Much more activity coming out on his Mirana. And you have to be a bit cautious about this on the side of TiltedBoys, as the lanes have been repaired. Even the mid lane for RRL is going really well up against the Void Spirit. The Ember versus the Void Spirit, I wouldn't say Void Spirit outright wins it, to be fair, Mike.
Door's going to go down again here. John top lane, he is gone. So once again, like, that was actually a skewer back play from Italiano Gangster working out in his favor. And Fuerte unable to really help out as Italiano is continuing the aggression as the mag. So far, this offlane duo are doing a real damn good job.
Yeah, they're just turning mincemeat out of the lane up top. And again, now it's the Ursa Ferte that's going to be suppressed. I wonder what his Battle Fury time will be like. Maybe they're just trading hands with Argus and having a rough game, because it doesn't feel like the Ursa's been doing too much in the past few games. Ferte, it's not too bad in CS, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but bleeding out kills like this definitely doesn't help the cause for that Battle Fury buildup. And quite frankly, when it comes to the farm game, Ravens should be able to outfarm you at every single step, because you've got a Magnus Sven and an Ember. So everyone's going to have cleave damage. Everyone's going to be able to clear out camps, clear out the waves pretty fast. And you're just going to be able to snowball a bit harder overall. I think the side of TiltedBoys has to hit the stop button a little bit. You know, just play a little bit more passive in lane. Just get your farm up, punish over extensions to Fanny, but
Fuerte.
don't overcommit like this.
Yeah, I mean, they try to get Fuerte out. He's going to be okay. I believe he had a Lotus available, maybe even just the one charges, but does get himself out. But the problem is he's really quite slow in terms of the farm game right now as the Ursa. As a comparison, Italiano Gangster's having the freest laning stage of his life so far in the mag. Bottom lane, Ush again in danger. Is going to be okay to make it out, but it's a really quite the opposite story. Like, Ush is not having a good time. You don't have a good time on Fuerte. And the only similar thing that's happening right now is RRL is still beating out Wildcard in the mid lane. So all lanes have basically been lost here so far for TiltedBoys.
Yeah, again, just repairing the side lanes as they managed to drop door pretty low up top. Not managing to close the door this time around, but they are doing, again, great work all across every lane. Fuerte?
Yeah, I mean, door's just gone. Fuerte being chased down, may still drop, but Wake Me Up doesn't have any leap charges. Can't go after the chase. Did have an arrow, but won't bother wasting his mana. He'll just hold on to it for the next time around. Fuerte does reveal himself anyway. In fact, he might just be dead. Does jump away from the arrow, but Italiano Gangster's got a skewer available. Does pop it, and Fuerte suddenly is just down. So Wake Me Up's going to try and run, but the Frost Shield slowing him down. Problem is, Door's getting body blocked by the Siege Creep. So Wake Me Up, he's going to have a leap charge in one, and Door just can't get it within range for a Frost Blast. Oh, Wake Me Up.
Why?
Yeah, he could have just kept running. He would have probably been okay. Nevertheless, I mean, it's still pretty big wins here for Ravens. Like, they got the Ursa kill, they got the Lich kill. You lose your Mirana, who cares?
Yeah, no, it's not the biggest loss in the world. You just hand it over to the Lich, who, yeah, you're not too worried about getting the kill as well. So you're more than happy here. A 5-1 start. Ravens looking to be reinvigorated after a pretty lackluster game one. Getting rune control out for RRL as well, having that regen on hand. And just the domination across every lane. Every lane looks good. Like, Balobka is not able to do much on his Void Spirit. This is the point where you're also a little bit awkward with the Clink support, because it's not going to do too much as RRL.
Ooh,
he misses
Skyward.
the chains.
He does miss the chains onto Skyward, but he still finds the kill anyway, as Wake Me Up shows up to help that out. Volodka, in the meantime, going to try and go after the Ember, but doesn't actually throw out the Aether Remnant. Now does, but it's way too late for that. So the Ember gets out just fine. In fact, now Volodka getting jumped here by the supports. The Ember going to rotate back with the Remnant, so RRL is back into the fight. Chains out onto Skyward again. Arrow's going to connect, and Skyward might just go right back to the graveyard. He does have his third death of the game, and that was a TP into the mid-tier 1 tower that kind of means he has to make the walk of shame back to a lane.
Yeah, you know, Skyward just understands. As a Clinks, what's the favorite resting spot, the comfiest place for Bones, Mike? The grave. Just ensuring that the Clinks gets enough rest to build up, and he's going to need a lot of rest to build up into that timing. Fuerte?
I mean, Chase is there. Fuerte is just gone. Kara with enough damage to secure the kill. Remnant off the market from Volodka again, and Gangster.
No way.
Oh, he put the hand up a little bit early. Does go for an RP play. I mean, he's got a lot of damage here on the Italiano Gangster.
Christ.
Door barely able to walk away, but not quite, because Wake Me Up secures the kill. And now Wake Me Up with Kara. They're going to go after the Void Spirit. Oh, nice turnaround, though. With the Aether Remnant, he does at least secure the Silencer's life. But he is going to die in the end as Fuerte is going to come back in, but won't even bother chasing the Mirana. The TP away will be there from Wake Me Up. So overall, I mean, it's still a pretty big win here for Ravens. But at least you get a bit of a trade going if you're a TiltedBoys.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trade.
There might be more trades happening. John, Skyward, and Ush, both very low in terms of HP. Ush and Skyward both going to go down bottom lane. It's getting worse and worse.
Did we swap teams by accident here, Mike? Did we? Because this looks
Wrong
like
team
Tilted
tags.
Boys game 1. Yeah, it feels like it. Did we swap players? Did something happen? Because this is... well, it's a great bounce back for Ravens for sure. Tilted Boys, maybe just down to the draft a little bit. You're not able to get as active as the Clinks in comparison to, say, the Spirit Breaker. So understandably a lot harder. Ush TP's right in front of RRL with a DD, but not going to be under too much threat here. As RRL's also free to just TP. This is going to be a constant frustration for Tilted Boys. Just the fact that they can TP right in front of you because you have really one stun. 2 stuns, Sinister Gaze and Aether Remnant. Neither of them are the fastest stuns either.
Speaking of Sinister Gaze, right now RL has just decided he's going to jump door, though Gaze is going to be out. Ush, I doubt he doesn't even have level 6 yet. So can't even go for the duel out. Wake Me Up caught out, gonna leap towards Skyward, gets the kill on the Clinks. Now the duel is up. Ush needs to find it. RRL still remnants away. Ush could not get the duel off in time. The Argus, can they slow him up? Gaze is available, but no. More TPs incoming to make sure the Sven is safe. Ush needs to get out of there and does do so as the Stormhammer never comes out. So many heroes down at this bot lane hanging around looking for a team fight.
Dire are scanning.
Ultimately though, everyone's just gonna leave. Nobody's happy with this position.
Yeah. I do have to say that's a lot of time committed out from Tilted Boys. They lose Rune Control once more. RRL finds the Arcane. And he's on the hunt here. He finds another bounty. Like, he's found 3 bounties in this time frame as well. Like, he's gotten a lot of value. Ferte?
Yeah, Ferte. He's alright. But RL is just bullying the Ursa away, and this timing is just so slow. Like, he's still just got his cornucopia
Bot?
coming in on the courier as bottom lane. Ush still going to be just fine here on the silencer. Mid lane, however, Skyward's been caught out again. Still at level 4 here at 11 minutes in, and RRL just going to take another life away. It's a really hard position for a Clinks. Like, when you're at level 4 at past 11 minutes, like, you don't even have that invis yet. You just don't have any gameplay at the moment.
No. You really don't. And it just means you're really not doing much as a support right now. I do want to point out as well, before that.
Wildcard. Yeah, they're not done. Chains out. Landing very nicely. The arrow's going to follow up now onto the Void Spirit. He does have... oh, he doesn't even have any play. No step charges, no dissimulate. Nothing to try and get away here as the Void Spirit. Door's going to drop as well. Ush is trying to find some kind of saving grace, but there's nothing he can do. Like, what's he going to do? Duel somebody? There's literally nothing he can do. In fact, they're going in for him as well. Ush, press the attack, try to run, slide a fist, not enough. Remnants off the mark. At least he will make it out. But, yeah, I mean, it's just so... just nothing comes out of it for Tilted Boys. Literally nothing.
No. They're just feeding away a little bit, you know? And again, it's like we split teams a bit. This is probably the position we saw Tilted Boys at in game 1 up against Ravens. This time it's Ravens in this position. Very strong to start off with. Ooh.
So you're back. Gonna find Ferte. He is not having a good game on the Ursa, and well, rightfully so, because Ravens have woken up here in this game too. Now 9k advantage, 12.5 minutes in. Tilted Boys are still trying to find a way back into this one. So Argus just going to take the bottom tier 1 tower basically for free. They are trying to defend, but I would not recommend as the skewer back into the arrow. Italiano gangster just dragging him right into Wake Me Up's arrow. Securing another kill, this time onto Ush. And the tier 1 in the end is just going to go down. Ravens, they are not slowing down this game 2 at all. Even Volodka now getting caught. Arrow's going to connect here from Wake Me Up off the chain setup. They are smothering Tilted Boys after that game 1.
They really are. They're taking it back. They're flipping the scoreboard a little bit here. I have to say, again, look at the Italiano Gangstar. He did not have Empower up until this point. He understood what he had to do. He had to be active. He had to set up for his team. You don't need Empower because Argus has Cleave. And you don't really need it on RRL either, although it's a nice bonus. But this has allowed him to be really active on the mag, looking for those skewer back plays. He's going for the Force Staff on the Magnus as well, which is a very different build from what we tend to see with the Echo Saber Harpoon. It's keen to see what he can do with all of this mobility now. Tilted Boys, I mean, it's recovery time for them, right? Just sit back, try to farm up. Skyward has his 6, so he can sneak around with Skeleton Walk at the least. He isn't too far off from his Solar Crest. So the Clinks will have some play going forward, but yeah, you need room for everyone else here. It's so rough that Wake Me Up is higher net worth than Ferte. How often do you see that? The Ursa that far behind?
You don't, John. You don't.
Radiant are scanning.
Ravens. Smoked up. They just want more. Volodka, he's a great pick-off. He is just not having a game. Instead, though, mid lane, who have they got? It's... Oh, Volodka's running in. Door, I mean, he's gonna make it at least for now, but eventually RRL does go in to secure the kill. Volodka, he moved in again.
Wow.
RP, whoopsie daisies. Whoopsie daisies. Bit of a misclick.
Dire structures are fortified.
RRL going for more, chains out onto the LC, Usher's down, Skyward still trying to fight, has to do something, but he's going to drop as well. Global Silence committed to boot. You know, John, it might be time to call. I'm not going to lie. It might be time to call this game, because it is not going to get better. Ferte is probably just out of the last word damage. Argus is diving door again into tier 2 tower. Chain Frost not enough to kill anyone. I legitimately would not blame Tilted Boys for just calling this game right now. You know, it just, with the way this game's gone, maybe they find RRL, and they will. Skyward will hand the tip over.
Yeah. All right. Nice tip. Nice kill. That's the comeback beginning, I guess, for the side of Tilted Boys.
It's one way to put it.
It's one way. It's one way, Mike. You know, it's all uphill from here. There's no way it goes. There's no way it gets any worse than your Mirana, than your chorus being behind a Mirana's farm. There's no way. So it's only up and up for Tilted Boys going forward here. It's the side of Ravens have had again a very spectacular game. Every lane working out, all this activity early on. They're playing as a team.
Ush caught. Italian Gangster, he's been doing a very good job. Just the utility build obviously paying off for him as well, because he can have so much mobility now with the 4-star blink.
Tower is under attack.
I think we actually see a rise. You know, the Magnus God himself playing this build up a lot. And, I mean, it's working. Why not?
I don't remember seeing that name in such a long time. Wish we'd see him.
He's
Good
a
old
streamer,
son of
John.
Magnus himself. Does he still stream?
I believe he still streams.
That is okay. That's cool because I still remember the words he said to EE. That copy pass is still my favorite.
I
Something
don't
about
even
measure
remember
your
what that
words. Oh, it was a beautiful measure your words kind of copy pass.
Arrow's gonna land. The Lich is gone. And Volodka's still gonna try and fight here. Kara, RP is out. They caught Skyward with that, but Kara is down as now the chains are out from RRL trying to disengage. Ash is trying to find a duel opportunity, but cannot get one. With the position they're in, like, they've got to be pretty cautious not to give too many kills away here to Tilted Boys. Ravens. Like, this is a game you just can't lose. Like, if you lose this game, you're gonna look back thinking, how the hell did we end up like dropping that series? You know, you're too far ahead to lose this game.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, but, you know, stranger things have happened in Dota 2, Mike. So
They
you never
have.
know. Never say never. And they'll go into the Roche. This should be a very quick one with the output you have on Argus. So no contention coming out from the side of Tilted Boys. And that's going to be a secondary life ready to go for... I wonder if you give it to Argus, because it does feel like on a Sven... your second life feels useless because of God Strength. Your first life also doesn't feel amazing if you don't pop God Strength. So you maybe hand it over to RRL, and he does have the inventory space for it cleared out. 2 lives in Ember, and you barely have enough lockdown to kill him the 1 time. Kill him the 2 times, I'm not sure if you will be able to find that. Same issues that, again, Ravens had last game. Dealing with that Morphling with a secondary life here. We'll see. I just realized I don't think we've ever seen a duel from Ush in the last, well, the entire
No.
game
Yeah.
at all. Which is
don't-
fair.
I don't remember hearing one. It's well, there hasn't been any opportunities to be fair to him. Like he had a bad laning stage, and then just the rest of his team also lost their lane. So, even if you do duel, chances are you're going to be giving free damage over to the other team. But yeah, certainly has not found any opportunities. Definitely wants the blink up to find the big chances for himself in the LC, but I mean it's still over a K away for the blink to be up. So he's going to keep trying. Bottom lane, I mean they're going to start pushing in this tier 2 tower. The Ravens, I say that they do back off into the dire triangle and just hold that position instead. Mid lane, RRL gonna show himself, but again, they just don't have any options to try and jump anyone. It's literally just avoid and farm kind of game right now for TiltedBoys. No other chances, no other options. That's the only play right now.
And their high ground doesn't feel particularly amazing either in comparison. Perhaps you get a lot of value from Chain Frost. That's about it in terms of teamfight here. There's no big teamfight control that you're looking for. You don't have anything like an RP. You don't have anything to stall them out. Your clear is there. You can cut creep waves, I suppose, with Skyward and just try to stall out that way. But when it comes to a direct confrontation in the high ground, there's not much here for TiltedBoys. Again, unless you get a really good Chain Frost going from door.
At least you have bought yourself time. Like Ferte with the Battle Fury blink now can somewhat be involved. Again, I think the blink of Ush is the real big deal here for TiltedBoys. Once they have that up and available, then they certainly give themselves a way back into this game. Skyward, in the meantime, has been dusted up trying to steal a Wisdom Rune away. Taking so much damage from Wake Me Up, and the Shockwave's gonna land, but it's not enough. Very, very barely just surviving that instance. Obviously, still doesn't get the Wisdom Rune, but probably gonna be happy he got his way out of that. Bottom lane, Argus.
Oh my god.
He's all by himself. He does take down Door. RRL shows up on the Ember. Ferte's actually almost dead. Ush now rushing in, looking for a dual attempt. He does get it. Skyward does go down, but they found the Sven. And RRL, he got stuck on a cliff. Gets a Remnant back up now. Will try to go after Ush. But I don't believe he can really secure this kill on his own. And my oh my, losing the Sven like that, even if he finds a couple supports, that's a big loss.
Yeah, that's not how that should go. Coming out there from Ravens. It looked like they could have gotten that kill on Ferta as well, but not quite enough burst damage coming out on the Sven. You mentioned this earlier, Mike, but you have to be careful about dropping kills like that. The game is, it's pretty hard for TiltedBoys, but never say never when you find a couple of core kills. And inside of Ravens, you're doing great, but yeah, just don't try the game. It's gonna be, you're gonna hate yourselves afterwards if you lose off the back of pickoffs like that.
I mean, they're still huge. They've still got a 12k advantage 22 minutes in. They've just got to press the advantage together as a unit. Mind you, like, props to TiltedBoys, the fact that they haven't called it and they are still in this game and actually making a very slow but sure comeback right now is just, it'll be a huge morale boost for them if they do find one. And with the way that Ravens are playing now, it almost seems like they're going to hesitate a little bit and just get back to the farming game. But in the meantime, you've allowed the Manta to now be up. Skyward's going to die again, but he won't care about that. He's just buying more and more space for his team. It's like the more he just roams the map and gets picked off, the more time he gives to the rest of his team to actually get some farm going. But now you've got Volodka with a Manta. You've got Ferte building up a BKB after his Battle Fury Blink. You've got a Blink now on your LC. He's going for his own BKB. Slowly but surely, they are coming online. In my earlier call of saying maybe they should call it, You know, they are looking to try and prove me wrong here, John, and they may just.
Hey, for a guy who plays in Southeast Asia, Mike, you call it very early sometimes, to be fair.
Hey, I'm usually spot on. I'm usually spot on with when they score.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'll hand it to you. I'll hand it to you, Mike. Still, Southeast Asian spirit, Mike. You know,
Yeah.
never say never. Never say never.
Well, I never call it, John, but they're pub games, you know? Angus. Oh, excuse me, Argus. Thinking
The
of
Australians coming
burgers
out
right
here.
now, Jonathan. My goodness. Ravens. They're moving in. But won't find Skyward, though they did dust him up. And no, never mind, they are going to find him. Skyward's trying to get himself out. Italian gangster, very patiently waiting. Does pop the skewer to secure the kill.
And hold hands with me?
Apologies to Argus, by the way, Jonathan. Apparently, I'm quite hungry right now, so thinking
Yes,
of
you
the
are.
wrong things.
Oh,
they're running
Mike.
towards
All
the
of
US.
us would like that.
I mean, Ferte's, he's okay. Top corner of the map. Highly doubt they find him. The lines
there's
have
no
been drawn
Angus.
exactly where he is.
He's no Angus steak. But it would still be a juicy target. I don't know how bear meat tastes like, but that sounds very illegal to say. I'm not sure if
No,
you
I-
can even eat bear meat. Can you?
You can.
Is it good? Have you tried it, Mike?
No, I haven't, Jonathan. We don't have bears in Australia, but according to hunters, I don't even remember what podcast this was on. Probably Joe Rogan. Now that we're speaking about bears, but you know, apparently it tastes nice. Apparently,
Ah,
I highly doubt it.
bottom tower is
well, you're a guy that says kangaroo is quite pleasant, so.
It is pleasant, John, if it's cooked correctly.
I see. There's always a caveat. It's fair
I mean,
enough.
with all
Fair
due
enough.
respect, Jonathan, if I were you, I wouldn't be talking with your food choices.
Dire's
Okay, what are my food choices, huh? What are my food choices, Mike? What have I eaten that offends you?
I'm not going to get into it because if I get into it, I feel like I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Yes, you would. Well, what's so bad, huh? Is a little bit of paneer not that good, huh? Is sinigang kare kare? What's wrong
my
here,
mouth
Mike?
is,
What's the issue?
Don't put words into my mouth, Jonathan. You know I like sinigang a lot. I liked it. Loved it, in fact.
You like it more than this game, though?
Oh, not as much as this game, Jonathan. This is an incredible game here between these two teams. I mean, I think Roshan is about to, I mean, if it respawns, it's about to get started. And it's a
Oh,
quick
wow.
one.
Look at that, Mike.
Like I
What a
told you, John,
god.
I'm on point most of the time.
Yeah, you called it a while ago. You called it Roshan. Just on point, Michael Phoenix. This is based. Mike, while we have time, would you be interested in hearing
Yeah.
the Arise copy pasta?
Please.
bottom tower is under
Okay, this is an old copy pasta from, gosh, 8 years ago. 8 years ago. This is it. I'm here in the terrifying ghettos of Romania to speak with teamless legend Turtoi Arise Ionut and learn what I can about what adherents call the true son of Magnus. I turn the corner to his room. I step over a gutter running with blood from the smashed open head of a young Asian boy still clutching his anime figurines. I remind myself, this is a man from old school Romanian Dota and Garena channels, an ex-quarterback. Above the doorframe, carved letters, measure your words. It's a
Thank you for
beautiful
that, John.
copy pasta.
It's a great copy pasta. Thank you, John. Skyward, he's going to scout out the TP rotations into the mid lane. Volodka, the chains are out, but he's got the Manta, and he will just walk away. Global Silence was there, but not in time, so that is going to be wasted. The RRL is going to try and chase the best he can. Chains,
really
or rather
chasing.
Remnant's still going. He's going very deep for this. Maybe he can find Door. Gaze is out. Door should die, and eventually will, as RRL apparently has no fear. Gets a kill for himself, gets out of there. And Tilted Boys, they just wanted nothing. They wanted none of it.
They make the right call to back off, and that's Global Silence committed. That's the haste rune popped by RRL. So a couple of tools taken away, but the RP is still on hand. They've still got God Strength ready to go, and they just need to commit. Commit the God Strength for the push.
Here we go, Argus. Very, very quick process here for the Sven. Fury in from Italiano Gangster. Volodka's gone. RP committed as well. Mid-duel. Oh, Ferte and Ush. They are down. Yeah, I mean,
Middle barracks are under
they're onto the mid-racks. It's looking like a tough defense to come out here from Tilted Boys. Not really much to expect, I don't think.
Dire's bottom tower
No.
is under attack.
They doesn't look like they've got any play. Italiano doesn't land it.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Close. You're seeing why this guy was really impressive last tour. Not just because of his name, mind you, but his plays were pretty big. I recall Lizard having a lot of fun with his name as well.
I bet.
Radiant's top
He lives up to the name, you know. He is an Italiano gangstar, running up like that. No dust
don't-
necessary. Just look for the skewer back.
You don't have to say Gangstar, Jonathan. There's no R at
But
the
that's how
end.
he spelled
there
it.
is an R at the end. Oh, there is an R. Well, this
It's
is embarrassing.
gangstar. Oh my god. Okay, so you've outed yourself in several fronts, Mike. You don't like Southeast Asian food. You can't
Wait.
read. What's wrong with you?
Volodka. Hold on a minute, Jonathan. Volodka's going to jump out. Global Silence is out, though. A great Stormhammer from Argus as well, landing onto... they haven't called it yet, Jonathan. Tilted Boys, they're going all the way for this one. But they have caught out the Void Spirit now, so Volodka's gone. Ferte has brought back. He is trying to chase a POS 5, but eventually they will call GG. And no, I did not say I didn't like Southeast Asian food, Jonathan. I simply said I didn't like your food choices.
What is my food choices? You know, it's
I'm not
surely
gonna say
surely
anything,
spicier
John.
than this game. I don't know why you're